All right, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy BOJ here with another update. Ladies and gentlemen, we know we're talking about MoveQuest. It is my #1 platform in this space today. Before I get started on anything that I'm going to talk about today, I want to remind everyone to make sure that you practice safe practices in this space. Never give anybody your seed phrases. Never give anybody your code phrases. Make sure that you're interacting with legit Web3 and DApp web sources and different things of that nature. Because crypto is indeed the wild, wild west, y'all. And if you ain't strapped, you are bound to get hacked. All right, ask me how I know. It is not very fun at all. All right, when you know better, you got to do better. All right, that is the name of the game. What we're going to be talking about here today is the opportunity that we have with MoveQuest today. All right, and I wanted to just talk from a very basic standpoint, and then I'm going to talk about a little bit more about where it's affected me and how it's helped me. This is just an update. This is Wednesday, January the 14th, 2026. We are so excited. We have been a part of MoveQuest personally as myself, right? I have been a part of MoveQuest since August of 2024. So we are getting ready to have completed this year our second year in MoveQuest. And we're so excited because at the very crux of it all, what it has inspired in my life is just being a little bit more grateful to be able to physically move, to be able to take the physical movement that I do every day that for a long time I took for granted, and be able to earn and mine a legit crypto token with it that has value. And I want to make sure that I mention that because with how it launched on the Avalanche blockchain, the MQT token at $1. If I'm looking at, ooh, sorry, I just pulled something off my dress over there. That's what happens when you have a long cable cord. But as I go on CoinMarketCap right now, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm looking at the price of MQT as it stands today, I'm looking at a price of $6.67, ladies and gentlemen. So from $1 to $6.67 value. Now, of course, there's been ebbs and flows in between, ups and downs. That's something that you can believe is going to happen in the crypto space. But for it to have sustained more than $1, has never seen it go under $1. We're not dealing with some kind of a token that doesn't have value. We're dealing with a real token that has real value that we can buy and sell anytime. It's not one of those fake website tokens like we've seen before, where it's just a fake accumulation of a token that you can't even find on CoinMarketCap or anywhere. This has been vetted, it's been through the tests, and it has been being mined for quite some time. So for those of you that are looking for a platform that has some longevity in the game, now, I know a lot of you are looking for the newest, quickest thing, and that's okay too, because I do believe that there's going to be something for you in MoveQuest, right? Something that is new to the ecosystem is going to help those people that like that fast money, that fast opportunity, whatever that looks like or sounds like for you, that you can make things happen fast. I think there's something here for you, but that is not where we hang our hat on with MoveQuest. What we hang our hat on here with MoveQuest is long-term growth. First of all, good habits with our physical bodies and incentivizing those good habits. If you're doing 10 to 15,000 steps a day, not only are you probably maxing out your capabilities here in your mining with MoveQuest, and of course, make sure you get some good sleep, right? Because it does use that as a factor. But if you're doing that, I do believe that your personal life and your personal health, while I am not a trainer or a nutritionist, I do believe that your personal health and wealth is going to continue to increase. All right. And we all, maybe not all of us, but I know in my personal life, as my health got better, my mental health got better, my emotional health. My brother Shaft was talking about this on his Facebook this morning. Just being more physically active has an effect on not only your physical body, but your mental, your emotional, your psychological, all the different things that you as a being are. It starts with moving your body, in my opinion, and in his opinion, of course. There's been some studies shown, but of course, like I said, I'm not a nutritionist. I am not a doctor. I'm just an advocate for movement. I'm an advocate for good habits, healthy habits for your body so that we can be here a long time. All right. I want to be here to enjoy life, to enjoy family. And this opportunity with MoveQuest allows us to take what we're doing already and be able to incentivize that movement, submit it as proof of physical activity on a blockchain, which is trending technology right now in the world, globally, all right? If you haven't heard of cryptocurrency, Web3, blockchain, you will hear about it, all right? Unless you live under a rock, and that's okay too. If you're watching this and you live under a rock, congratulations. You're closer to civilization than you think, all right? But anyway, what I wanted to do today, outside of share what my personal journey has been like, which has been amazing, I want to go and jump into the website for MoveQuest, all right? I want everybody to know what it is from a very basic level, and we're going to see what the website says that it is, all right? So we're going to go ahead and share our screen. Hopefully everyone can see this. This is the website. Now, for those of you that are on your mobile device, I highly suggest that you access this website through your MetaMask browser, all right? Now, the reason I say MetaMask is because it's been the most efficient process for me for everything MoveQuest. Everything that I want to do in MoveQuest, I can do through MetaMask wallet, which is great, all right? So if you're on mobile, you want to access this through MetaMask browser, okay? If you are on the desktop, there is a MetaMask extension, okay? You can access that and you can get it, but you don't need those things to read the website. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do that right now. We're going to read some through the website. I used to do this a lot through the different platforms that I was in that really didn't even deserve my time at all. So the least that I can do in here is take a few moments to read through some of the things that are on the website. So of course, MoveQuest, the world's first activity mining network, all right? Earn crypto by walking, working out, and improving your health. MoveQuest transforms your steps, workouts, and sleep into real crypto tokens through our proof of physical activity engine, all right? Start with friend of miners, how MoveQuest works. Let's go to how MoveQuest works. Maybe that'll take me through down here, but this should give me something. That takes me straight to the fan of miners. Maybe that's not something that is clickable yet. And if it's not clickable, then why is it here, right? That's how I feel. Anyway, we can talk about that at a later time. A next generation move to earn platform built for sustainability, okay? MoveQuest is a groundbreaking fitness-powered crypto ecosystem where your physical activity becomes a form of mining. Instead of relying on inflation or new user deposits, MoveQuest uses a fixed token supply and a proven mining model similar to Bitcoin, powered by your steps, workout, calories, or sleep. How many of us would have loved to be mining Bitcoin like 10 years ago if you knew that Bitcoin was going to be as big as it is right now? Hand up, 2 hands up, if it was possible for me. Now, what if I could tell you at that time that instead of having all of that technology and all that energy-powered stuff in your house taking up energy costs and all that stuff, you could mine that token Bitcoin with your physical steps? I do believe that if you knew what Bitcoin was going to be today, 10 years ago, we'd all be in the best shape of our lives today. Because we'd be out there walking, we'd be running, we'd be doing all kind of stuff to get our little piece of that token that at one point was $5,000-$6,000, and now it is treading over 100,000, under 100,000. We've seen it go to as high as 120,000. I do believe. So, all that being said, that's the opportunity we have right now. Activity mining. It's sustainable, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we should be looking for in this space. We've been through enough of the stuff that's here today and gone tomorrow. All right. Now, a lot of stuff out there is going to be enticing. Okay. But you have to use your discernment. For those of you that have been in this space for a long time, you know, if they're shelving a whole lot of money out into the community right away and for sharing and doing all this stuff, while that may be great for the folks that share, by the time this thing goes away, most of the folks in the community had not even made their money back. All right. That is on us here with MoveQuest. All right. What we determine is our money back is, of course, how much miners we have, how many docking slots we open, how much physical activity we're able to do. And then, of course, the growth of the community affecting the token price. You could come in at $6 and then next week it'd be at 600 and you'd have made your money back of very minimal effort or activity because you've been submitting just a few days that you have, and you have the little bit of token that you have, and the token experienced exponential growth during that time. That is what cryptocurrency can do. There's people out there that jumped on Doge and Shiba and XRP because they saw it at these, and I'm not trying to group XRP with those others because there's an obvious favorite between those three, but in my opinion, the opportunity stays the same. If folks that were buying XRP at 12 cents, They're happy right now to see XRP at $2 or around $2. I don't know, what is it at right now? What is XRP at right now? XRP is at $2.15. I mean, all time, it spent a whole lot of time back in 2015 up to 2017, sub few cents. All right, so just a short thing there. Anyway, those of you that are new to the community, there are going to be a lot of new people that join the community. We're only about 2,500 wallets that submit on a consistent basis, all right? And all that information is accessible because it's on blockchain. That's an amazing thing. So we can assess the growth. We can assess how this grows. We can see how it's growing over time, the ebbs and flows. There are going to be folks that mine today that don't mine tomorrow. It's everyone's choice to mine as much as they feel fit. But you can mine right now for just about free. You can mine with 900% mining power right now by just being a part of MoveQuest. And they're going to give you this opportunity for the first 90 days. You start earning immediately, zero risk, no credit cards or anything like that. This is decentralization, so we're not even dealing with that, all right? Unless you use your wallet to purchase cryptocurrency with your debit card or something like that, you know, we're not dealing with that. Now, 90-day trial, free trial miners included, okay? So when you're mining with these phantom miners, you're going to have the ability to mine with 900% mining power, because each one of them, you're going to get 9, or the capability of mining 9, all right? There are going to be some folks out there that choose not to mine with 9 for whatever reason. You're paying less in submission fees, or whatever the case may be. But I challenge everyone to take advantage of what is here right now. Get a part of the system, learn the system. You just want to, you know, peek and see. The Phantom Miner is the greatest opportunity to use the system for what it was intended to do, incentivize folks to get their movement in and to accumulate this amazing token with their physical movement of their bodies. Private, secure, and user-owned, your fitness data stays with you. Right? MoveQuest never stores your personal health data. Your activity stays on your device and is verified through Apple Health, Google Fit, or Health Connect. It is converted into proof of physical activity mining hashes in your own wallet, all right? A complete blockchain fitness ecosystem. Activity mining doc, all the mining docs that we've been talking about, you have access to. I encourage everyone to open up as many docking slots as you can. Right now, there's a promotion going on. Well, first of all, I didn't even know this one, so let me just go ahead and mention this one. When you're opening your first few docking slots, your first 2 docking slots, right? You get 1 for free. They give you 1, all right? You'll have to get a miner in place in them. But if you open that second docking slot, which is right now $80 worth of Avalanche, you are able to get 2 Trailblazer miners, one to put in the docking slot you got for free, and the one you just opened on your own. You will get 2 Trailblazer miners that you own forever. They'll be rewarded to you, and you can place those in your now open docking slots. Okay. Now that's just for the folks that are just getting their feet wet, right? Now here's an extension to that feet wet promotion. I'm gonna just call it that for right now, for lack of better words. When you open up more docking slots, right now, for every docking slot that you open, you are going to receive a Trailblazer miner as a reward. Now that is not gonna last forever. I don't believe any of those 2 promotions I just said are going to last forever. So take advantage of them right now as you can. Open your docking slots. They're $80 worth of Avalanche when you open up the 2nd to the 10th. And then 11th through the 18th is with MQT. So if you want to open all 18, yes, you will have to have some Avalanche. Yes, you will have to have some MQT. But it's very easy to acquire both of those tokens. And all the videos that you need to be able to do this are in the back office. So there's plenty of information. There's even a support team that is here to help you on Zoom, all right, accessible to you. So take advantage of it, okay? It's very, very rare in this space, in our experience here over the last 5 years, that we've seen something as efficient as MoveQuest has made it, or as helpful as it's made it for us. So the mining docs are going to be $100 to open pretty soon, okay? You didn't hear it first here, but I will continue to reiterate, get it while it's at the price that it is right now. Because at the time when it turns into $100, it's not going to be less than that again, okay? So we have to learn to take those kind of advantage of those kind of opportunities while we can. Okay. Now I'm not telling anybody what to do, but I am sharing with you guys what I took advantage of even without these promotions. All right. I made sure that I opened up every docking slot that I could and put a miner in them. And I've got all Titans, and it takes some work to get some Titans, but it's accessible to everyone. It all kind of depends on what your threshold is. Ladies and gentlemen, this hatchery, I don't have the time to explain the amazing part of the hatchery, but it is a staking mechanism in our ecosystem here with MoveQuest. Woo! Had to get that one out. The hatchery staking, you have the opportunity to stake MQT to incubate eggs and earn compounding rewards over time. Ladies and gentlemen, that is another incentive to submit. You don't get the reward unless you submit. So if you're in the hatchery and you have not been submitting your proof of activity, please understand that for that day, you will not get rewarded for that day's worth in the hatchery. All right. Your deposit stays in there. It's like safekeeping. It's like a great vault, but you have to submit your proof of activity for it to compound on itself. Okay. And I want to make sure that I am submitting every single day, no matter what level I'm on. And global challenges, I want to reiterate that this is not just something for Americans. This is not just something for people that are here in America. I'll say that in a different way, or in Canada, or in Mexico, or the people who are in North America, right? This is a global opportunity. This is for folks in Russia. This is for folks in Germany. This is for folks in South America. This is for folks in Africa, the whole continent of Africa. We welcome you to MoveQuest. If you want to be in a platform that is here to last and can actually, I think that the African community would actually blow this thing out of the water, honestly, because health and fitness and things of that nature, culturally, and not just in Africa, but culturally in many other countries outside of the United States, is way more important to them culturally than in the United States. Why do you think a lot of us here in the United States are obese and we're overweight? One is because of what we put in our body, but two is because we don't care after we put it in our body enough to go and work and burn it off. All right, that's good habits that some cultures have worked into their culture. They don't have a whole lot of cars and vehicles and fast food and things that, or reasons to live sedentary lifestyles. A lot of them are working their land and that service to others and different things of that nature that keep them moving. Ladies and gentlemen, if they got a wearable and a smart device, they will be the most efficient earners of this token that there are out there. All right. And what it can do as communities grow, as these huge communities start to join MoveQuest, what it can do for the token price can really do wonders for folks that have just been accumulating it at the smallest level. At the very smallest level. There are folks out there that have gotten like 0.5 Bitcoin like 14 years ago. It didn't mean nothing to them then. But 0.5 Bitcoin is like $50,000 right now. Right? Almost. A whole Bitcoin is just south of 100,000. So you can do that math. Okay? So that's what I'm saying about what crypto can do. It may take some time, but ladies and gentlemen, there's a fixed supply like Bitcoin. No infinite minting. This is scarcity driven. There's only a select few Bitcoin, and there's only a select few MQT. All right? Utility driven. There's real demand that supports long-term price strength. Community driven. This is a self-sustaining ecosystem with a community that keeps this thing going. As long as we believe in MoveQuest and what it's doing in our lives, ladies and gentlemen, we're keeping the community is what keeps MoveQuest around for years and years and years to come. And this is always going to be something that is important to a community. Just like there are trainers out there, just like there are nutritionists out there, just like there are folks that are PE teachers out there, there's always going to be a need for physical fitness. There's always going to be a need for information about movement. This is the perfect merge. This is the perfect marriage between crypto and our physical fitness. Two things that we really need to be learning the most about right now that we can, our bodies and our wallets. All right. Roadmap 2.0. This is just a few things that they've put here that you can have the opportunity to read through. I won't do it right now. But the most sustainable move to earn model ever created, fixed token supply, vault-based mining, eco-funded liquidity, true utility, ladies and gentlemen. And listen, this was something that was mentioned on the call yesterday. There are going to be so many different things that are added and what we have the opportunity to do. And I just want to bring this graphic here because I think it's pretty cool graphic to have. There are going to be challenges one day that are going to make this thing pretty awesome. Who walks the most? Workout competitions. You know, there's a lot of competitive folks out there like myself. Virtual races. There are going to be 5, 10Ks, marathons, ultra marathons that are done virtually through MoveQuest. All over the world, people are going to be participating in these, all right? From wherever they are on the planet. They don't have to necessarily go to a certain destination like Boston Marathon or the Marine Corps Road Runners Club. Now, here's one thought that just popped into my head. What if those events wanted to go on the blockchain and they wanted to open up their capabilities, not just for the Boston Marathon for folks to come to Boston, but folks can run the distance of the Boston Marathon wherever they live all over the world. If they wanted to run a Marine Corps Marathon somewhere in Zimbabwe, they could do it. They could do it, all right? Now, of course, in the virtual race, you may not call it that. It may be called something else. You might have your own non-for-profit or organization or foundation that you want to sponsor a virtual race through, and you want people to participate. This is a way that you can attach to something that can build liquidity for that foundation, for that project, for that organization through some of these races and other things, right? That infrastructure is right here with MoveQuest, all right? Streak challenges, goal challenges, charity events like we talked about, corporate wellness. There are going to be companies out there that, of course, they want to keep their employees as healthy as possible. They're going to incentivize, and some of them are already doing this. They're going to incentivize you getting your steps in, and they're going to, maybe, whatever they decide. Maybe you get an extra day off, or I don't know what they'll decide to do. But on the other side of that, there are folks out there, there are companies out there that have, and Herschel spoke on this on the call, there are healthcare companies out there. There, just Blue Cross Blue Shield is one that Herschel said, United Healthcare, all this, the infrastructure here in my state, Maryland Health Connection, right? What if Maryland Health Connection decided they want to move to the blockchain and they went through MoveQuest and they said, for folks that are in Maryland and they're getting 10,000 steps and submitting it to the blockchain through MoveQuest, through Maryland Health Connection's connection with MoveQuest, right? They have an opportunity to now lower their premium or lower their monthly cost of health insurance because they are, taking advantage of walking 20 miles a week or 50 miles a month. And there's proof of that because they are submitting it to the blockchain. So it can be verified. This is real, true information. All right. They can use that and incentivize people to start moving. I'm sure folks want a discount on their premium. They'd love to put some money back in their pocket. So they may decide to link up with something like MoveQuest to give folks the opportunity to save on their premiums by living healthier lives, right? Having healthier habits. Of course, this is just an example of a challenge that could be 30-day step challenge, 10,000 steps a day for 30 days. It may cost 50 MQT to jump in there. The prize pool would turn out to be 5,000 MQT or whatever, however many entries there are. And then the winners would be the top 10 or whatever. All right. Whoever was able to get that 30-day step challenges at 10,000 steps. That's just an example. Okay. How it would work is all put right here. So this is just one example of how that can work, but the market opportunity, I'm glad they mentioned this here. $60 billion global fitness challenge market, plus corporate wellness industry. There are companies out there that are dedicated to the health and wealth of people, and we are one of them. All right. Designed for beginners, loved by experts. I think it was just cool to add that. New crypto users can benefit this because they're going to get access to MetaMask. They may have never even heard of MetaMask before. They're going to be purchasing Avalanche. In the future, when the other blockchains come, they'll be purchasing MQT, of course. They can do that now. They can purchase a BNB, Polygon, Solana, Avalanche, some of these other coins. I already said Avalanche, but you get the drift. New crypto users are going to learn a significant amount in their experience with MoveQuest. How to send and receive cryptocurrency. How to call from a smart contract to claim your crypto, for helping folks decide that they want to be a part of MoveQuest too. You're going to have that opportunity. Fitness beginners. Those of you that are fitness beginners are going to be incentivized to get started on your fitness journey. Fitness beginners probably have never attempted to take 5,000 to 10,000 steps in a day on purpose. That is a journey that everyone goes through. And of course, as you continue through that journey, you'll get to where you're doing 8 to 12 and 10 to 15,000 steps. But you may start as a fitness beginner. All right. But you may be that perfect person. You may be a crypto enthusiast out here, never even thought about working out. This is perfect for you, because as you're going to continue to see your wallets grow, you're going to see yourself look a little better in the mirror. You might not spend as much time in front of those charts and in these chairs, all right? Professional athletes, y'all are moving 24/7. You get paid to move already. So this should be right on your neighborhood. We should be pulling down your street right now. We might even be pulling right in your driveway, passing your gate in your gated community. Gamers out there, you understand the gamification out there. There's upgradable things here. It's like you're in a game. This is like real life RPG, right? For those gamers out there, you know what RPG is. It's like role playing, right? When the challenges get here, you're going to be incentivized to submit your proof of activity and be a part of the gamification of this. Who knows, you might even get an avatar that you can customize yourself and use MQT to get different equipment and customize your avatar the way you like it. We know we love that in the gaming community. We love stuff like that, all right? So gamers, this is perfect for you. Come on in here, earn this MQT, earn this valuable token, all right? Learn how to be a part of the process here at MoveQuest. There's something for you. Even if you're coming in at a phantom level, you're learning the lingo of the phantoms and the trailblazers and the vanguards and the almighty titan, all right? We love lingo like that. It keeps us going, all right? Keeps us excited, gives us something to talk about in our gaming communities. Health enthusiasts, need I say more? If you believe in health, you understand what 10,000 steps a day will get you. Plus, of course, you understand that nutrition is a huge part of that as well. But this is perfect for you, because if you're a health enthusiast, that means you're constantly talking about your health and others' health and how important health is. This should be a part of your conversation. MoveQuest should be a part of your conversation. Corporate wellness programs. Folks that are out there that own businesses that require, or I won't say require, but you really love a healthy staff. A healthy staff is working better for your business model, whatever that is. And you want to incentivize that. Put MoveQuest as a part of the equation, all right? Help incentivize that movement in your workplace by giving them a valuable token, introducing them to something that is valuable in the space. And then, of course, as a business, you understand what is important to your people. Well, hopefully you do. You can incentivize them with something that maybe they'll like. Only you know your demographic of your company, all right? And non-for-profits and developers, listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you're a developer, you're already going to have a whole lot of respect for what's going on here at MoveQuest. The Web3 app, the DApp, everything that's involved, the proof of physical activity on the blockchain, all of that different stuff, the expansion into different blockchains, I guess I should say. You're already excited about that. Non-for-profits, this is a way to build liquidity and to make sure that your non-for-profit is making some money. Real assets, all right? So ladies and gentlemen, there's something here for literally everybody. And if you move at all, this is for you. How MoveQuest works step by step. Listen, you download MoveQuest, get MoveQuest on iOS or Android. You can get it on your Apple phones. You can get it on your Google phones. You can get it on your Samsungs, your LGs, your whatever you got. You can get MoveQuest on it, right? Connect your health. Connect Apple Health or Google Fit, okay? Make sure you do that application. You also want to make sure that you have MetaMask. So I'm going to download MetaMask in there as well for those that are listening, okay? Because you want to probably start there, okay? You get my link, or you get whoever shared this with you's link. I suggest you get their link, all right? Submit your proof of activity. You want to claim your free Phantom miners, or you can go ahead and get the miners that you want. If you want to come in here and get your Titan on, come in here and get your Titan on. All right. You'll learn more about what it's going to take for you to do that. Of course, it's going to take a little bit of a investment in your part. All right. To get those Titans, it costs something. Miners aren't free. The miners that you get for free are free. Use them while you can. All right. Submit your proof of physical activity. Of course, earn crypto. Be rewarded in crypto with your daily activity. Ladies and gentlemen, I think what we have our hands on here with MoveQuest is straight up amazing. Now, what I want to talk about for those of you that are still with me, okay? Phase 1 of the Miner Match Challenge is officially over, all right? If you are just seeing this for the first time, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, because we've been talking about phase 1 for quite some time. And for those of you that are still with us and have submitted your up to 30, we started this on December the 13th, all right? For those of you that are still holding it down, you've got your days in. I've got 32 days submitted out of 110. Congratulations. We should be seeing the fact that we're at least going to get a 15% match. All right. Now, as we continue to submit, we're getting closer to our 90 days. And here's why I say that phase 1 of 90 days. For folks of you that are trying to get that 90-day mirror match, I am sorry. That window has closed if you're just starting today. All right. For those of you that may have missed a few days throughout the 30 days that we've been mining, it's been about a month now, a little over a month. It started on December 13th. It is January 14th. For those of you that have been mining every day, congratulations. We're on our way to 100% mirror match. Now, I don't say this to discourage anybody else because you still have an opportunity. And the biggest opportunity that you have right now is that 60-day power-based and slots 40% match. Now, I can't tell you what that's going to mean for me because we're still shooting for that 90 days. I got 58 days left to hit that 90 days. That's a little less than 2 months. We already got to the first 2 years just fine, all right? We didn't submit every day, but I tell you the last 30 days, I for sure have submitted every single day. And I'm hoping, I'm not hoping, I'm banking on making sure that I get all 90 days at least submitted so that I can earn rewards 100% match, all right? But for those of you that are still out there and want a match on all the blockchains that are coming, listen, BNB is coming. MQT's own blockchain is coming. We're already on the Avalanche chain. Polygon, Solana, Arbitrum, Base, think. Those are the ones that are coming. Base may not be coming as quickly as the other ones. But to have BNB, have Solana, have Polygon, that'll be enough for me right there. And Avalanche and MQT's blockchain, that's good for me right there. I'm cool. I'm cool. Because once this gets into those communities, there's so many people that take advantage of the Solana blockchain. That alone is going to cause a whole lot of growth on this. All right. But you have the opportunity right now as a person that is a part of MoveQuest. And listen, I want to be clear on this as well. This Miner Match Challenge wasn't necessarily for the new people. It was for the people that have been loyal and submitting this whole time. We've already worked in this habit in our lives of submitting every single day. So something like this was a no-brainer for us. Now, for the folks that were new, you may not quite understand how big of a no-brainer this is. And you may over time. But what you want to do right now as a new person is to be submitting every single day. Whatever level you are at, be submitting every single day. So at the very least, you have the opportunity to get this 40% match. And even if you're just mining with a docking slot and a miner, you will have a docking slot and a miner on all of the blockchains if you submit every single day. Well, you will have something. You will have something. I don't know what 40% match on one miner is. I don't even know what that is. I don't know. So, but what I'm hoping everyone understands from this is to get folks into the habit of submitting your proof of physical activity every day. It takes 5 clicks, Hayden said. 5 clicks on a day-to-day basis. And to be honest with you, to do it at the Trailblazer level, y'all see, submission fees per miner. I don't want anybody out there to tell me that this is too expensive or anything like this. For these pay-as-you-go miners and different things of that nature that are going to be coming, That means if everyone just gets a Trailblazer, we're talking about 10 cents per Trailblazer. So if you got all 18 dock slots open, right? And you open them up for $80. It'll be $80 for the first 2 to 10 on Avalanche. The rest will be open $80 worth of MoveQuest token. And then you get rewarded with all Trailblazers. Y'all know what 10 cents times 18 is? That's $1.80 a day. I really don't want anyone to tell me that this is too expensive. Now, it may be. It may be. I don't want to take that lightly, all right? For some folks, this may be a little bit too expensive. But ladies and gentlemen, you get in where you fit in and you start, and I promise you, you'll realize if you future-proof yourself a little bit. $1.80, you know, we're just using an 18 Trailblazer example, but $1.80 over, let's just use the Phantom example, right? You get 9 Phantoms. They're all Trailblazer powered. That's 9 times 10 cents a day. And we've done this math before. It's not even going to cost you $100 to mine for 3 months. It's not even going to cost you $100 to mine and submit your proof of physical activity every single day for 90 days. You could future-proof yourself with $100. You just put it in your spending wallet on your MoveQuest app. You send it to your spending wallet there in Avalanche if you want to do it today. And ladies and gentlemen, for $100, you just put it in there and you could submit every single day. All right. So this is an opportunity that we all have. Ladies and gentlemen, there are going to be projects here. Bullish Moon is already here, ladies and gentlemen. And I haven't really been claiming on it. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I haven't been claiming on the blockchain here because I have been focused on claiming on the other one. But I do have 11 days that I can claim. And it's only costing me $4.85 to submit every day on this chain. It costs a little bit less to submit on the Bullish Moon token. And every project that comes in is going to have an opportunity for you to submit your proof of physical activity there, like we do on the other ones, and participate in a hatchery, which will allow you, which I have not taken advantage of, as you obviously see. It's been 28 days, and I've only submitted on this chain twice, right? That is because in the other hatchery that I'm in the Golden Hatchery, I've been submitting quite more often on the Avalanche blockchain. So each one of these you have to submit individually. But ladies and gentlemen, you can do that on the app. I know I might be getting into a little bit more stuff here, but ladies and gentlemen, what we have an opportunity to do here, it's as simple as getting rewarded for your daily movement in cryptocurrency. That is it. You submit your proof of physical activity. Your body is the miner for this powerful token. All the help that you need is in your back office, ladies and gentlemen, is in the help center down here. You see where it says help center? Tried to zoom in on it and it zoomed back out, but help center right there. Customer support, Zoom customer support appointment request. You can set up an appointment here. They have a Discord where the community is in there talking and doing their thing. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, best practices. The only official website for MoveQuest is MoveQuest.com and MoveQuest.com. That is it. All right. Videos here. Anywhere from claiming and activating the Phantom mining feature like we just talked about, to creating the MoveQuest account and claiming Phantom miners, to creating a new MetaMask wallet. A lot of you don't even know how to create a MetaMask wallet. It is right here in your back office, ladies and gentlemen. Documentation, some docs here, right? MQT daily mining distribution, MoveQuest boost description, MoveQuest protocol, the FitFi protocol for P2P and B2B, MoveQuest seller influencer accounts, the information on that, understanding MQT market value, right here. Contracts, for those of you that want to see it. all right here, ladies and gentlemen, from the evolution, the Phantom Miners, the MQT token itself, and you click right here, you get to add these tokens to your MetaMask. I don't know if room is yet. It's gonna be cool to see what. I think that's just something that used to be around because Get Fit mining, Get Fit tokens there. But this is full transparency, ladies and gentlemen. The history of this project is even listed right here. So all that being said, I'm a huge MoveQuest fan and advocate. It has completely changed how I view crypto. It's given me more information, but most importantly, it's incentivized the daily movement that I need on a day-to-day basis to keep me sane. But outside of that, I'm mining a very powerful token, and I hope the world very soon gets to see what MoveQuest is doing, and they decide to take it on for themselves. Listen, it's not very hard to get started at all. Okay, there are some things that you need. You need a MetaMask wallet. You need the MoveQuest app. You need to purchase a few dollars worth of Avalanche. And pretty much you need to decide at what level you want to be a part of MoveQuest. That's all I can think about right now. All right. But link in with the community. They're on Discord. I have my own Telegram group where I drop information and my own personal thoughts and feelings and stuff like that. That's where I post stuff. All right. But I try to make sure that I bring credible sources. Of course, I'm adding my own opinion into the mix most of the time in my Telegram group, but that's the power I can have in my own Telegram group. All right. This opportunity, this experience has completely changed my life. I'm excited about helping people get enrolled. For those of you that are crypto folks out there, the community needs you. The world needs you. Your body is counting on you too on a day-to-day basis. So you might as well link arms with us so we can help teach the world a little bit more about crypto, a little bit more about Web3 and how they can take advantage of the infrastructure here at MoveQuest to better their lives all around. All right. With that being said, I will see y'all in the next one. I've been talking long enough and I got to get ready to clock into work. So I'll see y'all a little bit later. Put your 2FA on all the platforms that will allow you and all of your wallets because crypto is indeed the wild, wild west. And if you ain't strapped, you're bound to get hacked. All right. Ask me how I know. It's not very fun at all. If you like this content, hit subscribe. If you want to be updated about everything going on here at BOJ, make sure you hit the notification bell as well. And I'll see y'all on the next one. It's your boy BOJ. Peace out.